thing. But now, in its weakest state, it could force itself to transform for my brother. Injuries don't matter, I'll take care of it. If it can transform, ascension can't be far off. The villagers were stunned speechless by her beauty. Seeing me standing there frozen, my brother casually stepped in front of Little White. Since you insisted you didn't want it, and I tried to convince you but you wouldn't listen, I guess I'll have to take her back. Yanzi said, you don't need to explain. He said he'd give it to you. If he backs out now, we all despise him. My brother blushed. Don't say that. My brother's not like that. I stared coldly at Little White, and she stared right back through the crowd. That wasn't the look of a first meeting. I understood. She'd been reborn too. But I turned and walked away without a second thought. Confusion flashed in her eyes. Later, the whole village was talking about how I'd missed out on the snake of a lifetime. Little White's beauty had everyone worshipping her. Everyone said she'd ascend for sure. They mocked me for being blind. They praised my brother for his good karma. Everyone thought I'd regret it, that I'd start sucking up to Little White. But to everyone's shock, I never looked at her once after going back. Finally, when we passed each other yet again, Little White grabbed my wrist. She frowned at me, saying nothing. Her eyes looked almost displeased, like she was asking why, in this life, I wasn't fawning over her anymore. I shoved her hand off. Then I cursed under my breath and went back to my room. Little White looked down at her hand, then at my retreating figure. Her eyes glistened red. That night, when I went to get water, I heard whispering from the corner room. Subordinate, if you have regrets about the second young master, why not become his spirit companion instead? I peeked through the door crack. Little White stood in white robes. Since I've been reborn, I must make up for my regrets. Subordinate, but didn't your sister choose the eldest first? Little White said, so what? I came back to this life for him. Nothing will stop me from being with him. Not even my sister, I won't back down. It hurt to hear. But after 2 steps, I heard the subordinate ask, may I dare to ask, why your excellency is so devoted to a mortal man? Little White's eyes softened in the moonlight. When I fell at Phoenix Bay, I'll never forget. He held me in his hands and watched over me for 49 days. Without him, I would have failed my tribulation and turned to bones. I stopped cold, my hands trembling uncontrollably. Wasn't that where I saved a different white snake? I watched over it for 49 days, and only when it got better did I carry my gathered herbs back to the village. I never told anyone about this. So that little white snake and Little White were the same one. I couldn't help but laugh coldly. Little White, you're such an idiot. But I wasn't planning to claim any credit. In this new life, I had different goals. After that, I went out herb gathering way less. I spent most of my time holed up reading books. Until the annual flower festival, when my brother dragged me out of my room by force. It's the once-a-year flower festival. If you don't join, the flower goddess won't bless you next year. I said, the flower goddess can bless me. I glanced back at my worn-out copy of the talent registry, thought about it, and finally nodded. My brother said, I got you some clothes. Throw out all those old rags. For the flower festival, you gotta dress nice. He handed me a bag. I opened it, and found these so-called nice clothes were bright red with green patterns, red and green clashing together, made plain-looking me look even tackier. But when I went to find my other clothes, they were all gone. With no choice, I put on the outfit and went out to find food. The moment I stepped outside, I ran into my brother in fancy clothes hanging with his buddies. Someone gasped, oh my God.